2020 has been a terrible year. Pretty much everybody will agree on that. There's been a certain thing going around that's caused everybody to go into like this massive panic, and on YouTube you can't exactly mention what it is without getting demonetized. But then again, I don't really make any money off of YouTube, and I'd like to be able to one of these days, so I don't know. Like, it probably doesn't matter right now, but whether or not it actually matters, I'd just like to get into what the point of this video is. Now, if you're watching in 2020, you obviously know what I'm talking about, but if you're watching like 2050, if YouTube's still around by then you may or may not know what's going on. So, to make it brief, there's this major illness going around, and it's majorly affected our lives, and there have been some things about it that have been incredibly annoying. So, I thought I would share some things that really irritate me about the current pandemic. When everything started, I wasn't way too worried, but then everything shut down, and of course I understand why, but it's been pretty inconvenient having several places shut down, and there's kind of some confusion on what businesses are essential and which ones are non-essential, and then it gets to a point where some businesses aren't allowed to be open, even though they need the money to support their family, and if their businesses can't be open, they can't support their families, and so everything is kind of a mess because of that. But places have been opening back up, luckily, but they have some rules in place now that, unfortunately, not everyone is willing to follow, so that's pretty annoying. The next thing that's pretty annoying is how several people, myself included, have kind of become homeschool teachers. I don't have kids of my own, but I have younger siblings, and no, I haven't moved out yet, unfortunately, because several circumstances are in the way, and with everything going on right now, I really can't move out. But I'm stuck being kind of a teacher. My sisters are doing this work. I have to pay attention to the work they're doing. I have to help them when they're stuck. And as for what their actual teachers are doing, they'll get on like Google Hangouts and screw around with their teachers. Their teachers aren't even doing anything. They're not even actually teaching them. So I kind of feel like I'm doing their job for them, yet they're the ones getting paid, and they're not really doing anything. That's kind of what it feels like sometimes. But this is just my own experience, because like, from what I've seen from their actual teachers, they do assign the work and stuff, but whenever they talk to the students, they're not actually giving lessons to the students. They're just screwing around with the students. I don't know how it works for other schools. Like, I hope most other schools are taking it seriously, but my sister's school, it's just been like the teacher screwing around with the students. I really wish they'd take it a bit more seriously. Now, the next irritating thing is the refusal to wear masks. It's pretty annoying how people just want to spread the illness to others. Whether or not some of them just think it's a hoax, even though it's been proven to be real, and we've had several confirmed cases of the disease, and people have died from the disease going around, yet they still deny it. That's pretty freaking stupid of them, wouldn't you think? But they just deny it, keep refusing to wear masks, and they get mad when businesses refuse to serve them when they're not wearing a mask. They're just like, it's a free country. Yeah, and because it's a free country, businesses have the right to not serve you. That's kind of how it works. But yeah, if you don't want to wear a mask, screw you, go the frick home. Don't go outside if you're not going to bother to wear a mask. Now, I usually wear a mask when I'm outside. It's very rare that I wouldn't wear one. Like, if I'm just out in like my front yard or my backyard, of course I'm not going to have one. But if I'm just like going to walk somewhere, I'm going to put it on. Although, the last time I went on a walk, I was walking, I had a mask on, and then some guy driving by was just like, you realize you're walking alone, right? You don't have to wear a mask. And it's like, well, I didn't know if I was going to go anywhere. There's going to be a lot of people. It's best to have it on just to be safe, wouldn't you think? And then there's the paranoia from everyone. Like, when first broke out, I might have to censor that. When the disease first broke out, people were just panic buying everything. Like, it was just ridiculous. We got so low on toilet paper and crap, and like wipes, hand sanitizer, etc. Like, you don't need... People didn't need that much, but they just kept buying that much. It was ridiculous. Like, you still would have been fine buying the normal amount. Just buy the same amount that you're usually buying. You can live your normal lifestyle, just the only difference is you just wear a mask in public. Not really that hard of a concept. And then, all kinds of businesses have been raising their prices, which is a problem because several people have lost their jobs because of the disease, or just aren't making as much money because of the disease. And when the prices are higher and they're not making enough money, that's a huge problem, and I feel like some of these places could actually go out of business if they keep this up for too long. Honestly, I'm not really an expert. I know they want to like make up for less sales and stuff, but there is a chance that this could F them over really bad if they're not careful. And then since I brought up jobs, there's been like less job security because of the disease. People have lost their jobs. It's been hard to get a job. I've had a hard time getting one even before the disease. I'm still trying now. Still haven't managed to get one because nobody will get back to me on anything. So I'm constantly struggling with that. And then I got people telling me I'm not trying, even though I've been looking multiple times. But that's beside the point. If they don't see any results, it doesn't count as me working, apparently. Doesn't count as me trying, apparently. And then, of course, we got people living in apartments and they can't afford to pay their rent because of the disease and everything going on, not being able to make much money. And the landlords that own the apartments just don't care, which is really crappy. And landlords are like, they try to make the same amount of money that they were making before the disease hit, even though with all these people that haven't been making as much... When you have all these people that aren't making as much money living in your apartments, yeah, good luck trying to do that without getting sued. Alright, there's one more thing that I forgot to mention. One-way aisles in stores. Those have got to be one of the stupidest freaking ideas to come out of this entire thing. Like, literally, what is the point? Like, we've got an illness going on, and people have to wear masks and crap, because we don't want to spread the illness, or risk catching it. But by having one-way aisles in stores, you're going to make customers take longer in your stores. And during a pandemic, wouldn't you want customers to be out in less time, not more time? That's why one-way aisles don't make sense to me. Why would you do this? Why? Anyways, that's about all the stuff that's been annoying me about this current pandemic. It's just been really frustrating dealing with all this stuff. Like, I've been home all the time even before this because my real life hasn't really been working out that well. College was a bunch of crap. College treated me like didn't get me anywhere. So I've been stuck at home, going back and forth between YouTube videos, making some visual novels, and trying to apply for different jobs that aren't even gonna frickin' hire me. It's just, my life is just, it's just a mess right now. It's pretty irritating. Now, I've been home all the time, and for a lot of people, being at home now might be a benefit, but then you have people like me who were already home all the time anyways, and now their entire family is home. At that point, nobody wins.